Yo, in today's video, we'll be looking at more creepy and strange TikToks.
The one boy.
Now listen to this. I have to tell you this.
Okay.
So after I left the party, and the next day I smoked weed, Michael, and then I get in the limousine and I leave. I get back to the Sheraton Hotel at Universal over here. There's 4 FBI agents waiting for me in the hotel room. And my mom's there and she's like, tell them what happened. And I'm like, what do you mean tell them what happened? And I sit down with them and they all ask these super sexually exploiting, questions, back-sided questions. And I knew that at my age already. And I looked at all 4 of them and I said, are y'all crazy? I said, what you think I'm gonna do? Tell you that Michael did something bad so that we can sue him for money? That's what I told him. I was like, and I looked over at my mom and I was like, are you serious, Mom? I was like, what is going on here? Why are you letting this happen? And she goes, well, I think something happened, I think something. I'm like, really? That man did nothing but be hospitable, kind, loving, giving, everything you could think of. We rode 4-wheelers for 5 hours, me, him, and Chris Tucker in the mountains at nighttime after his birthday party. Him and I hung out and talked pretty much all.
Yo, you think they tried to set Michael up? I kind of think so, man. I think they tried to set him up. They didn't like the power that he had. They was trying to bring him down. You know what I'm saying? They lied to us about Wi-Fi, and this experiment exposes.
This is like pretty groundbreaking stuff. We're gonna grow some plants inside of there. One of them without Wi-Fi signal, one of them with Wi-Fi signal.
I don't really know if it'll affect anything because, I grow plants in I have Wi-Fi in my house and I grow plants all the time and they grow fine.
Oh, there you go. There you go. The proof is in the pudding, as they say.
What are people's arguments against our results going to be?
The Wi-Fi on might have dried out all the water from the seedlings.
The FCC doesn't say anywhere that Wi-Fi and radiation is harmful to people.
What's the first thing that you're going to do? You get your cell phone in your hands, you just watch that video?
You got to turn your Wi-Fi boxes off at night or whenever or something. Like, man, they're probably programming us. Y'all ever just woke up in a bad mood and just like, dang, I don't know why I'm in this bad mood? Or woke up in an extra good mood and be like, dang, I don't know why I'm in this good mood. Maybe you got programmed the night before.
No, Rihanna, no. You're not the eagle. They will soar high on wings like eagles. Rihanna wants to say that we are flying. That we are flying and we're not. She's not flying. She had a bad day. She looks really stupid and corny. And everyone knows it. But the way that they want to, that girl, the way that Rihanna wants to kill me, she's the one who wants to kill me. The way that Rihanna wants to kill me shows that we're not going to show this right now. But this is my heart, Lord, and I am expecting and waiting in that beautiful time for you to show me what you're going to do and how you're going to deliver this promise. It's in my heart and it's in my vitality, and I'm very, very grateful to you for your abundant graces. Listen, Rihanna, when you die, God is taking me to my future. You want to kill me. Shut the up, okay? Shut the up. Yeah, she's a witch. She's a witch. I'm a watchman. She's a witch. Get that stupid girl out of here. Okay? They can't do this. They can't do this. What about my hands? What about these fingers over here? What about these 3 fingers? What about it? What about it? No, you're not here. You're rebuked. And even if you're here, there are many in this realm. There are many in this realm, and you are rebuked, and Jesus is the King, and you're just kicking and screaming on your way out and perishing. It's embarrassing.
Yo, what was she really talking about there? She said she's not the eagle. She's gonna fly like one though, huh?
No, that's a freaking spaceship.
Not in my city, but Vegas, y'all all right? Because it's probably in Vegas too. Now, where is this? Yeah, man. See, you know what's crazy is I don't never see stuff like this personally. Like I go outside, I might randomly see a shooting star. Randomly, like once every 10 years. But I never see anything else in the sky. I go outside, it'd be a clear sky. I'm just staring. I got my telescope. Nope. That's disgusting. That's nasty. That's nasty. Y'all gonna go eat some more donut balls?
God bless our troops. God bless America. And gentlemen,
no. Nah, for real, that's nasty, yo. Ugh. Imagine seeing that on your camera at night. You probably should just move. A lot of internet issues today. There are things in the sky that are moving. What's these drones or planes? What's up? What are we looking at? And what's that right there? This was outside of our house this morning. It was always crazy when you see these, right? They blame it on Tesla.
Just keeps dropping.
What you think Tesla's doing? If that is Tesla.
hell no.
Spider in my Funnables fruit snack.
Come on.
Oh.
Hell to the no.
Oh no.
To the no. Come on. Hell no.
Be careful feeding those to your kids. They might get a little extra protein. A little protein they don't need.
So wait, you telling me Jay-Z put a hit out on Rihanna and it's all behind the Epstein files? I don't know exactly what's going on, but this is one of the theories that's floating around social media and gathering steam. This shit getting too serious for me, but listen to this, it's crazy, and you might believe it, you might not. So I'm sure y'all heard some woman named Ivana allegedly fired 10 rounds from an AR into Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's Beverly Hills home while they were all there. Now at first, people just thought it was just a random incident. But then people start connecting dots. Now listen to this. You know how they are trying to press Jay-Z to be called in for questioning for the Epstein files, right? Now what people are alleging is Rihanna is a key material witness into this whole trafficking scheme or plot, whatever, that Roc Nation and Jay-Z himself have been carrying out. And what really has people thinking like, what could Rihanna possibly know is that if you recall, Rihanna herself was flown out at the age of 15 and pretty much, I don't want to say forced, but if you remember, Rihanna said it herself, they were on the top floor, 29th floor somewhere, and then Jay-Z told her either sign this record deal or be thrown off the building, out the window or whatever. Now this story is still developing, and I honestly don't know what the true, real story is right now, but I tell you this. I don't think some random woman is blasting 10 rounds of AR at Rihanna's house.
Facts.
And it's just random. And I don't like it. What if I told you?
What do y'all think is really going on? Because that is too random, of an event. How do you even know where Rihanna live at? You know what I'm saying? Or where she gonna be at to be able to do that? I don't know. Strange stuff.
You can explain to me why somebody would come in a beauty parlor with chicken blood in their hair. You heard what I just said? A girl walked into a beauty parlor with chicken blood in her hair and she wanted the beautician to wash it. But that's not even the crazy part. Allegedly, they're saying that after this beautician washed this girl's hair, the next day, her daughter passed away. I'm not making this shit up. Look at this shit.
That's weird.
I need you to wash the chicken blood.
Why though?
Why do you have chicken blood in your hair?
Same question I asked.
Stop.
Listen to what the guy says. If you hear the person in the back, they said something about voodoo. You see, y'all like to play with the spiritual world, and the spiritual world is not playing. Apparently, those girls did a ritual, and the end of that ritual needed somebody to wash that chicken blood out of that girl's hair. Listen, a lot of people hear about witchcraft and say, oh, witchcraft not real. Destiny swapping is not real. And then you have a situation like this. This girl came to that beautician with chicken blood in her head. Next day, the beautician's child passes away. 1 + 1 makes 2. You got to understand, there's a lot of evil people here. I see people saying, she wouldn't have did anything like that. Why was she going there with chicken blood in her hair so something can happen to somebody else? You really don't know the world you live in. Y'all better pay attention. Go down a rabbit hole. Look at witchcraft. See what these people do. Yeah, all right.
Yeah, I'm good on all of that.
Maniacal one, the little four-eyed dweeb, Captain Death, the hotshot boy, a.k.a. Epstein's good friend, also known as Bill Gates. Yeah, Microsoft. Yeah, Microsoft. Anyway,
this motherfucker
was indicted for killing off millions and millions and millions of human beings.
Well, there was something else, another article about Bill Gates that came out today that said he's just been indicted. He's been indicted in the Netherlands for lying to the public about the COVID vaccine.
You're going to jail.
I know where you ain't gonna go, and that's the Netherlands, because that's where you're indicted to be put on trial and put to the death by a firing squad or hanging or something to that formation, because that's what you and a bunch of your friends deserve.
Was ist das fixiert?
Aber lebt es! Und die haben das dann aufgegessen! Und es war dann nur noch Haare und alle anderen Knochenteile übrig und Augen und Zähne.
Es ist so furchtbar.
Geht umgebracht!
Es kommt lieber mit Details raus.
I'm not sure if this is AI or not. I'm getting AI vibes though, not gonna lie. The video of Oprah Winfrey is going viral. What's up with Oprah? Who is that? That's Oprah. That's a different person.
Could it be true that Oprah has been replaced with a body actor after the Epstein files were just released in 2026 and her name was all over it? Because this video was from just a few months ago. So what happened in that short period of time? Why she looks so much different now? I mean, this lady behind her looks more like the real Oprah Winfrey. This reminds me of in Star Wars when Padme was Queen of Naboo, but she had body doubles to act for her.
Oprah is a slave trader. Let that sink in. It's 100% true. Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. Why do you think she has that school in South Africa? Why does she hang out with who she hangs out with? Oprah Winfrey is a slave trader. How is she a slave trader? Does the name John of God ring a bell? LeBron has a school too. You know what? LeBron does have a school too. And you know what? LeBron did seem a little bit incensed about a certain guy getting elected president, didn't he? And you know what? LeBron was pretty tied up with a lady by the name of Hillary Clinton. Guys, this is widespread industrial slavery, guys, of children.
We had been litigating against Epstein on behalf of one of my clients. He was being allowed out during days So we noticed Epstein for deposition.
Could you please give us your name?
Jeffrey Epstein.
So I wanted him to realize I didn't care who he was, what his power was, what his status was. I was going to ask him the most embarrassing possible thing I could.
Is it true, sir, that you have what's been described as an egg-shaped penis?
He hears me ask the question. Watch him look at his lawyers like, can you believe he's asking me this?
I'm going to give you the first warning, Mr. Cuban.
I had been the first lawyer to ask him any questions in the cases that had been filed.
One witness described your penis as oval-shaped, thin and small towards the head portion.
See, he's angry. He's ready to walk out the door, and then he sees that the attorneys are going to talk.
That serves no.
Israeli military cooperation is unprecedented. It works like the coalition in World War II even. I mean, it's really impressive.
Guys, live on NBC, missile straight through Israel's dome, right into Tel Aviv from Iran. They're lying to us about this, guys.
There's probably a lot going on over there. Does anyone know what this is?
Oh my God! Wait, let's go.
It's a signal for Saturn. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know.
If you hadn't turned around right then. What is it, do you think? It looks like a planet. Yeah, it looks like Saturn. Yeah, right?
Oh no, man, these airplanes is out of order. What is this? Oh, look at the reflection. What's the little dots on there? Why is it little dots like that? What the heck? What was that?
Like, what in the world is happening here? Look at the clouds. Look. What's that moving in the clouds? What do you... Look at that. See this? What the hell?
It looked like it's below. Like underneath those clouds. I don't know. What do you guys think? What was that?
I feel like we should all be worried right now about the conflict that's going on in Iran and how it can ultimately end up happening in the U.S. and what that would mean for us. Because what this man said is crazy, fool. Reporter asked Trump, should the U.S. citizens be worried about Iran retaliating on U.S. soil? And this man said, I guess. Then this man started saying, we think about it all the time. We plan for it. And then the next part he said is what got everybody like, what? This man said, like I said, some people will die. When you go to war, some people will die. You got some people being split on this. They like, well, that's the consequence of war. But you didn't get the question. She said on U.S. soil. And he said, I guess. And some people will die. So maybe possibly them being on U.S. soil, dropping bombs, or excelling. But y'all can go ahead and joke and be like, oh, we don't got to worry about nothing. That's going to be the people that go first. That feel like a warning, bruh. So I just want to let everybody know. Just prepare. Expect the unexpected.
Yeah, you don't know what's really going to happen, man. It's a lot of crazy stuff happening. So this was that UFO that popped up in Mexico, huh? You know, a lot of people were making fun of this thing because of the shape of it and whatever. But like, if there was another civilization that had technology that was advanced or different than ours, like, we wouldn't comprehend it. So whatever they use it for, if this is a real thing, we wouldn't know why. or why it was shaped the way it shaped, or why it looks the way it looks, or moves the way it moves. We don't know. That's strange. Y'all think this is real, or is this AI? Is that real or AI, guys?
This man right here yelled, "Death to America," and he was gonna bomb the airplane. He's hopping on a flight from Nashville to Fort Lauderdale. After this man said what he said, I'm gonna play the video for y'all. They diverted to Atlanta. All I really gotta say, y'all, is keep y'all eyes open, bro. Stay on y'all P's and Q's. We are living in some weird times right now. And most importantly, stay blessed up.
Death to America, death to Trump. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar. Allah Akbar.
In my life, I would have got up and grabbed him too. Like, hold on, somebody better grab this dude before.
Hey, fool, I'm in America. Death to whatever else, just not America, fool. Everybody in America ain't did it. Shit crazy. I just be sitting here like, what was the whole point of this man doing this though? You didn't have no bomb, so why say it? We're gonna be seeing a lot of FFs. If you know what I'm talking about, leave it down below in the comments. The next few weeks, I just need everybody to pay attention. There's gonna be things that heightens people's fear. As long as you prayed up, you shouldn't have no fear.
Friendly reminder that your FBI agent is always watching you. Y'all, these phones are always on. These are like trackers. These ain't no phones anymore. Oh, you got a message. Crazy though, right?
I could watch you for a lifetime.
Let me show you why mold is such a big deal.
1,000
Microscopic air particle.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
This is how Sprite was invented, by the way. Yo, look at the Sprite fizzing. There you go. That's the recipe right there. Just get a glass of water, put it next to your old school static TV. Oh, snap. What's that flying around?
When I used to say what? Dada. Say dada. Say dada. He'd be like, dada.
Think about that.
Not say.
Think about that. Why do they skip over the say? Yo. That's crazy. Mind blown. I've witnessed what's to come, and it's not a good one. Stay close to your loved ones and be safe out there. So, what is that?
The ancient African people knew of the pineal eye. They called it the eye of Horus. Or you might see in some books the eye of Huru. I'll just put H-O-R-U-S, and you could also spell it H-E-R-U. The eye of Huru, or the eye of Horus, who was the son of Isis and Osiris. Isis, of course, being the original Black Madonna. So the eye of Huru was the pineal eye, was the third eye. And they call it pineal because it's shaped in the form of what they say is a pine tree, but what we say is, of course, the pyramid, the triangle. Okay? Now, the brother mentioned mathematics. In mathematics, we know from the study of the pyramids that our people were the first people to use this very, very important mathematical formula, C squared is equal to A squared plus B squared, to build the world's most famous triangular figure. And that figure, of course, was the pyramid. They used this so-called Pythagorean theorem, but it didn't have anything to do with Pythagoras, brothers and sisters. This theorem that deals with a triangle that has an angle that's shaped like a perfect L, the right angle, the angle that's 90 degrees. This is a critically important angle for mathematics. If you're building something, you're going to run across this triangle that has that 90-degree angle. Anytime you have this 90-degree angle, then you can apply this formula, c squared is equal to a squared plus b squared, which they call the Pythagorean theorem, which should be correctly called the Kemetic theorem because the Kemites taught it to Pythagoras.
There you go. Get it right. It's the Kemetic theorem, not the Pythagorean theorem. You got to realize that a lot of these scholars that we're told were like the originators of certain things, they got a lot of their knowledge from Egypt. And you can even find that in old books, or, you know, you do your research, you'll be able to find out the information on where they went to get their knowledge from as well. So, Kemetic theorem. 1 day of scrolling, 1 week of scrolling, 2 weeks of scrolling, 3 weeks. Oh my gosh, look at all this, guys. I'm sorry. Those were once giant trees, but also you got to chill on the scrolling. I mean, I get it. It's okay to scroll for a little. It's okay to scroll for a little bit, right? But you got to have limits, right? Freedom is in restriction, not in abundance. So set some limits, you know, do your little scrolling, you know, say I'm going to scroll from 7 to 8 o'clock. All right. And then I was like, all right, I'm going to just chill. And I'm done scrolling for now. And then I'll wake up tomorrow and maybe I'll scroll for like 30 minutes in the morning or something like that. And then 30 minutes at night. I don't know. But sometimes you get caught in that death scroll. I know y'all got caught in a death scroll before, where you're just sitting there and you're just scrolling, right? It's like 5:30, right? You're just chilling on the couch, right? You start off right here while you're scrolling. And next thing you know, you're like, it's like 7 o'clock. You're like, dang, I gotta make dinner. Testing this theory. So do you guys think these were giant trees, or like what were these? How does this even form? Was something dug out? Was that the original surface? Or is that a giant tree amongst other giant trees? Like Avatar. Y'all seen the movie Avatar, right? I mean, how do you test the theory, though?
No, I'm good. Please don't fall. I don't want to be stuck up here. Oh my god. Okay.
He said, "Don't fall. I don't want to be stuck up here." He didn't say, "Don't fall. I'm concerned for you. You should back up." He said, "I don't want to be stuck up here, man. Come on, man. I don't know how to fly this helicopter." It's a pretty steep fall. Ooh, I hope not. Everybody wearing Levi's.
Do you guys remember those videos of all the nurses dancing during COVID? The more that I see those type of videos, I'm now convinced that these dancing nurses, that could have been AI.
Were the nurses AI?
Over 3.5 million returns have claimed no tax on tips. Over 15.5 million returns have claimed no tax on overtime. Over 9.2 million returns have claimed the enhanced deduction for seniors. And over 690,000 returns have claimed no tax on car loan interest. And another amazing statistic, nearly 3.5 million Trump accounts have been opened for children in our country thus far. So we look forward to, I know the Treasury Department continues to look forward to seeing these checks go out the door and into the pockets of hardworking Americans. And the president will be meeting with them himself tomorrow on the road in both Ohio and Kentucky. And we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you guys.
Vampires. Sinners. Petroleum is the 4 horses, huh? The petroleum tree. Oh, the mask was a real thing. So were Smurfs. Avatars. Down in Mexico. Well, we got stormtroopers. Real life stormtroopers. They were small. Pinocchio. Real guy in, the South. We had Energizer bunnies. Two-Face. Real spirit. Cat dog. That might have been a real thing. We had the Duck Man. The DuckTales were real. Terrain map of the state of Cali.
Oh, would you look at...
Hey, hold on. That old... let me go back real quick. Look, do y'all remember like old maps of California and it kind of like showed it like as an island? That kind of... What if there was more water over there and all of this little area right here in the middle was just like underwater?
Oh, would you look at this?
Yeah, well...
Would you look at that?
Yeah, there's
the Tartarian Sea.
Oh my gosh, just look at it.
The car is not perfect.
Just look at it. Just look at it.
Yeah, well...
What the heck is that? I mean, just get a look at that.
A cop did that.
A cop? Oh, where is he? I'd like to look at him.
Went over.
We not gonna sit here and act like we ain't see Dwight Howard wife get on live with all that coke in that bag. Let's not sit here and play like this shit is normal. By the looks of it, Dwight Howard had more coke in his house than Scarface had. And then to make shit worse, she's taking coke out the bag, pulling it out and look at this shit right here. She said, I try to tell everybody he needs some help, but ain't nobody trying to listen because he got the money. You know damn well ain't nobody trying to listen. If he got all that coke in the house, the parties he having, man, listen. The only thing people coming to their crib for is the snow and the snow only. Apparently, all she wanted Dwight to do was clean up his act. Dwight said, yo, listen, I ain't cleaning up my act and I'm leaving. Dwight filed for divorce. Dwight wants out the mansion. Of course he gonna want out the mansion. You tell him everything. And the crazy thing about that is people were trying to warn her from before. His son came out and said he got a problem. The lady before her came out and said he got a problem. But guess what? That's his problem. His prerogative. And apparently Dwight want to do what Dwight want to do. So let Dwight do what Dwight want to do and just leave and make yourself better. Because Dwight don't want to fix. Dwight, get it? Dwight don't want to fix Dwight. The booger sugar. The snow. Dwight love the snow.
Dwight love Dwight.
Why do you act like that?
Whoa.
The way that you act, you don't...
Like, why?
Y'all come over here. We got work to do. I'm trying to figure out, was Rihanna trying to tell us something, y'all? This is from Anti 2016. Look at this album cover. It looks like her with a towel or something. I don't know what this red symbolizing. And then the crown over the eyes, the balloon. I never even saw the balloon. I ain't gonna lie. I don't know what I was looking at, but I never even noticed the balloon was there. Was Rihanna trying to tell us something? Now, y'all remember, I'm gonna bring back a little bit for some of y'all that's younger. When Rihanna dropped this album, she did not so well in sales. I think she got like 1,000 first week, okay? Now, it was the same time that somebody else was dropping an album, so there was rumors that it was leaked. It was leaked. The album was leaked, and then it dropped, and the numbers was not good. So, was she trying to tell us something?
I think so. I think so.
Down and thinking, but instead of you finding nails, you find everything's put together by glue. So you start trying to dissect it to get down to find out what is the glue made out of. That's what they're doing. Everything is being held together by something. They know it. We are here being held together, but they want to find out what is holding it together. Right? So they want to mess with the glue. So these particles, they're trying to get to the finest particle to find out what everything is built from. That's why they call it the God particle. Yep, does this make sense? Now, we know in the Bible that the Bible says he upheld all things by the word of his power. Everything that's into being is being held together by God's word. So when they get all the way, now listen, I'm showing you what they're doing, and this is going to blow your mind. When they get all the way down to the finite understanding, they're going to find what God is using to hold it all together.
Thank you for watching this video. Please stay to the end. There's more information. I really like to say this, but
what is the real weapon?
Entertainment or education, I'll let you decide.
What God is using, which is just the... Now, when we say his word, what is that? What is his word? What is this? It's his power.
Oh, it's 1989. So, whoa. That look like the little mirror from the Matrix. Remember when you touch it, you can go inside?
What is that? That look like a fucking entity. Then think about when we was playing Minecraft, you had games like the Nether Portal. They was already telling us like shit can spawn through portals. Like, you think it ain't all type of entity flying through?
Yo, that's crazy if they got portals open everywhere.
The collider. Okay? I don't understand why they're spending trillions of dollars on this stupid thing. This is the current collider, LHC, in Switzerland, and now they're going to build a bigger one. Like, you see how big it is, right? What are they trying to do here? Are they really trying to figure out particle physics?
Nah.
Maybe, maybe not. All right, guys.
2026, CERN's anomaly detection AI flagged something it could not explain. A collision signature that had appeared thousands of times started behaving differently. Not randomly, predictably. The signature changed depending on who was in the control room. Not the equipment, not the temperature, not the time of day. The people. When certain teams were present, the anomaly rate shifted. When the control room was empty during automated runs, it shifted back. And nobody at CERN wanted to talk about it. I'm Tom, and you are watching Spatialize. When I first came aboard...
Oh, that's what CERN was too in Spider-Man? That's crazy. Didn't even think about it. I was just there watching a good movie with my kids. Yo. You think they're trying to open up like portals to other dimensions? Because like things do seem off right now too. Don't you feel like we kind of like shifted dimensions? I mean, some people might not feel like that, but others might feel like they've kind of shifted. Like the people around them are like different. Like, since when you start acting like this?
Our free speech, but now the governor of Illinois just exposed this horrific news that may be the downfall of the country. Just watch.
The Trump administration is following a playbook. Escalation of violence is targeted and intentional and premeditated. Why? To create the pretext for invoking the Insurrection Act so that he can send military troops to our city. He wants to justify and normalize the presence of armed soldiers under his direct command. There was never an insurrection or an invasion on the ground that justified the deployment of the military to our American city. He clearly has decided to declare war on a great American city.
Now, that was just a few days ago, but on top of that, journalists are now calling out that this recent military deployment is not only unusual, but there might be something sinister behind it. Just watch.
The Trump administration is deploying the National Guard hundreds of troops on American soil against American citizens. This is not a time to normalize this action. This is not normal. This is serious.
Now, in that video, Aaron was clearly warning us that there may be a much more ominous agenda at play. Now, what that means for you is once martial law is declared in your city, rights could be suspended, curfews enforced, and freedom limited. So far, we've had unannounced welfare benefit cuts and mass federal layoffs. So what else is the government planning with this deployment? What are you doing to keep your family safe if the Insurrection Act is invoked and your constitutional rights are deprived? Will your family be stocked and secured or left out in the open? This is the first time in our country's history that this has ever happened. And if 2025 has shown us anything, it's that we can't just sit around and hope that things don't start to affect us. We need to already be prepared and take action.
The satellite forensic profile. Looking from above, the Chickees Formation isn't a random ridge. It is a segmented titan. So the cranial ridge, the main overlook area, forms a distinct triangular head shape that points towards the river. Okay, so the way the rock folds at the vista furnace creates the anatomical socket of a massive fossilized eye. The spinal trajectory. From the satellite view, you can see the ridge ripple toward Marietta. These aren't just hills, they are the dorsal plates of the world binder. Yes, I like to call them world binders. So the area where I am videoing, oh gosh, I'm recording is fuzzy. It corresponds exactly to the neck brainstem section where the nervous system would be most concentrated. Okay, so with standard satellite, you see a green tree-covered ridge with some gray rocky outcroppings. It looks like a typical river cliff, right? Okay, but the reality is the trees disappeared and then you see the vitrified scales. The ridge is revealed as a long, winding serpentine entity. The pink stone veins in the tunnel are the internal conduits that follow the exact curve of this reptilian spine. When I look at the way the ridge undulates from Columbia to Marietta, there is one specific modern reptile and one ancient titan that match the anomaly almost perfectly. The modern match is the green anaconda. If you look at the satellite view of the ridge, the scale-to-weight ratio and the S-curve of the rock suggest a constrictor class anatomy. Anatomy? Anatomy. Yeah. The skull. The triangular shape of the Chickees Rock vista matches the broad, flat skull of an anaconda. Yeah. Anacondas are semi-aquatic. They ground themselves in river mud to wait for prey. The way the Titan's tail drapes into the Susquehanna near the bridge pillars is identical to how a resting anaconda positions its lower body in the water for stability. So anacondas have a highly flexible spinal column. The segmentation that I was looking at in the satellite hill corresponds to the rib spanning of a massive constrictor. So the ancient match. Titanboas. To understand the size, we have to look at the Titanoboa, the largest snake to ever live, reaching 50 feet. So the scale. This entity is roughly 500 times larger than a Titanboa. This suggests it is a Borean ancestor, the original blueprint that the smaller reptiles were modeled after. And they lived in high heat, high moisture environments. The vitrification on the bridge and in the tunnel suggests this entity generated its own internal thermal pulse, just like the high metabolism giants of the ancient world. So the skull shape, flat, wide, triangular. Chickees Rock Vista, the overlook. Eye placement, high on the head. The shadowy Hatman cave area.
What the heck is this? Oh, I thought we was just watching a movie. We got a UFO watching a movie too. Just imagine that. You see a little UFO. No one's watching it but you because everyone's watching the movie. Don't it look like Frieza's ship? All my Dragon Ball Z fans. You got like the little dot in the middle with the lights all around it. Ain't that what it looked like? Was they trying to tell us something in Dragon Ball Z? I don't know.
Here we go. Check this out, guys. For some reason, a lot of people, younger people, have been carrying around these jugs filled with, what's it say, mystery drinks. Looks like the police have quite a collection on their hands of emptying those containers.
Back to blue, baby.
Interesting.
Wait. The world may be run by satanic lizard people, but guess who's still got to work tomorrow? It's messed up, right?
I keep telling you, these people are lying to us about dolphins. These people are lying to us about mermaids. There is a reason why it is illegal to speak to dolphins. So a man in Fort Myers, Florida said he was kidnapped by dolphins. You heard what I just said? A man in Fort Myers, Florida was kidnapped by dolphins. This man said that these dolphins took him underwater. This man said that these dolphins were gonna have him build an underwater city. Now we're gonna say allegedly. This man was found sunburned and disoriented. They're saying that when they found him, he was drawing blueprints of what these dolphins had him building in the sand. This is everything in detail right here. Screenshot it. Read it. This man...
Screenshot it. Read it. I don't know what happened with this man, but do y'all think that dolphins can kidnap people? Okay, where did they take him, and how is he able to even breathe underneath the water? For like, I mean, like, unless they like got supersonic speed or something, and they took him in like what's that movie, Gone in 60 Seconds with Nicolas Cage? They took him Gone in 60 Seconds to wherever they was gone, because, I mean, try to hold your breath right now. See how long you can hold your breath for. I don't know. Maybe I should read this. Maybe there's some more details in here, but we're just going to watch it. I'll let y'all screenshot and read that.
And was gone for 3 days. Mind you, the details he told about that underwater city is crazy. Every question they asked this man about the situation, he answered. Asked this man, how did he breathe underwater? He told them that. They asked this man, how did he communicate? He told them that. And as far-fetched as this sounds, this don't sound far-fetched at all. There are stories where people say mermaids, mermen have taken them underwater to the same type of underwater cities. Just like in the video I said before, when they're taken underwater, they're taken to be a slave. This man said the same thing about these dolphins. Then you got to jump down a dolphin rabbit hole. Again, why is it illegal for us to speak to dolphins? What do dolphins know that they don't want us to know? This man said that these dolphins released him and let him go because he did exactly what they wanted him to do. But they will be back because they just might need him to do more things. Y'all better pay attention.
You don't question Gerald. You don't question Gerald. Listen, guys. How many of you have kids out there? And if you don't have kids, how many of you have watched SpongeBob as a kid? Or as an adult, I guess. Who is the king of Bikini Bottom? The god of Bikini Bottom? Who is it? What kind of being is it? It's a dolphin. I wonder if his name is Gerald. I don't know. But you don't mess with Gerald.
Stay away from the waters, man. Stay away from the waters.
Yo, when I tell you, we are land beings as humans. As in our current form, I ain't insinuating that we can switch forms, but in our current form, we are land beings. There probably was another form who could go underwater, breathe underwater with the help of Gerald. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think.
So basically what happened in Florida, there was a man found at like on the shore of a beach, dehydrated, disheveled, right? The sheriffs came and picked him up, right? As soon as they picked him up, they said he was like super dehydrated, all messed up. He started drawing diagrams. He said he saw these diagrams whenever he got kidnapped by dolphins. He said these dolphins kidnapped him and took him 40 feet underwater to where they were building this underwater city. He said this
is 40 feet like that far? Like, I mean, I know it's a little bit of a distance, but I've seen people jump 40 feet, triple jump. They did it 3 times, but I've seen them jump 50 feet. So it's like the length of a bus, something like that. I don't know. But they got a whole city just 40 feet underground. Why haven't we seen this?
These dolphins had a leader. The leader dolphin, his name was Gerald. It's not funny. Yes, it is. So
Gerald?
Yes. And so he said that they communicated with him in clicks. Yes. And he said, and so obviously you're thinking, how the hell was he 40 feet underwater and could breathe?
Yeah.
He said that they built these water bubbles around him for him to breathe.
Gerald built the human Floridian man a water apparatus
to breathe. And basically they kept him down there to help build this underwater city. He said it was like hours they kept him down there. And he said,
I go, that's a piece of city you're knocking it out in 3 hours. I go, Gerald, you don't got better blueprints than this? The
That's
hell?
crazy.
I'm talking about it.
No. Hey, I didn't think about it like that. But he did say 3 days, not 3 hours. I mean, he built a whole city in 3 hours. That is, like he said, a little sandbox city. Man, what y'all think about these dolphins, though? I don't know, man. There's all type of stories of dolphins. There's like stories of fishermen, ancient stories too. There's like, this is kind of a stretch, but there was a story of like one of the first gods or humans coming to Earth in the womb of a dolphin. Y'all got to do your own research. I can't even tell you where I found that at or how I have that knowledge. But yeah, y'all got to do your own research.
AI, artificial intelligence, the missing link between computers and human thought.
You mean machines that think?
Yes, and with a will of their own. They could process raw data 1,000,000 times faster than we, yet still be able to make the leaps of intuition that inspired our greatest minds.
Sounds as if the human race would become quite expendable. Except for butlers, of course.
Of course.
Except for butlers, of course. Everybody knows about AI. I think there was a plan to put AI in place years ago. Years ago. Pay attention to the sphere. Everything you know is wrong. Japan. Whoa. You see how fast this is going? Yo, if anyone was able to catch all of those words, leave them in the comment section because they are going pretty fast. And let's see if we can actually decipher this message. Yo, it's going even faster. Yo. Yo, that's too fast. Yo, work is the blackmail of survival. There's some crazy messages on here, man. There's some crazy ones. It's giving me like goosebumps and sending chills down my spine. I don't know if that's for any of y'all, but maybe it's just me. What's the V for? 5? 5. V. What is it?
We've been hearing a lot.
We've been seeing a lot of words. We've been hearing a lot, but we've been seeing a lot of different words on that sphere. That's crazy, ain't it? Like, all right, there's a lot of stuff, you know, such as we are victims of ourselves. And I think what they're like, kind of like, you got to decode it because there's different colors for different words. And I think if you put the colors of the words together, you might be able to get a sentence. I could be wrong, but let's try it out.
A lot of scary shit about Ellen DeGeneres since the pandemic hit. And anytime somebody mentions her name as something that sounds like a conspiracy, most likely people are going to believe it. So a man is claiming that when he was a kid, he was a guest on Ellen DeGeneres' show. And while he was there, he seen her do some unhuman, scary shit. So this man was a child prodigy chess player. He was a guest on Ellen DeGeneres' show. He said he did the show and everything went well. But when he got off set, he seen something that he never thought he would ever see in his life. He said he came off set, looked to his right, and saw that Ellen DeGeneres' dressing room was cracked open just a little bit. He saw her in there, and what he saw scared him for the rest of his life. He said Ellen was eating a chicken, a rotisserie chicken. But it wasn't that she was eating a chicken, it was how she was eating the chicken. He said he saw Ellen DeGeneres dislocate her whole jaw, open her mouth as wide as it can go, and stuff the whole chicken in her mouth. You heard what I just said? This man said he saw Ellen DeGeneres open her mouth as wide as she can, dislocate her jaw, and stuff a rotisserie chicken in her mouth and swallowed it.
I need to call Ellen. Yo, could you imagine?
On go. Then she looked at him and she made a hissing sound. You know what that means, right? Of course, after seeing that, he had to be scared. He ran to his dressing room, told his mother, and his mother didn't believe him. This shit sound crazy. Jump in the comments and tell me what you think. Because this is not the first time people was told stories about Ellen. We're going to jump down this rabbit hole on the Expensive Everything podcast on YouTube. See y'all Tuesday.
And y'all can see we on the mound, too. See how we going down here?
Mm-hmm.
This deep as hell. I don't even know if I could go over here, but I'm going. I don't even know if I go over here. This shit looks like it's blocked out. But I'm gonna go over there and turn around like I don't know what's going on.
That's how you got to do it.
You got the red brick road. Got the red brick road. Red brick road. Why the fuck is my camera red? All these lenses on here.
Hey, old world stuff confuses me. One minute I think I got it figured out, then it's like, nah.
Anyway, that cop up there, I had to get off the highway and come see this because this got some hieroglyphs or something on it. Watch windows small as hell. Oh, okay, that say restrict. I'm going anyway. No, I'm handicapped.
What's that say at the top? Y'all know what those Hebrew letters mean? Anybody? Any translators, decipherers? Is it in gold or is that new? You know, a lot of, like I said, the old world, it was different. It was different. I feel like there were multiple resets. I feel like there were people who survived resets and then kind of took advantage of the time that they were in. And there might be people who caused the resets. You get what I'm saying? And then took advantage of what was here. You know, like imagine if you're here on this world and there's a people who are in power, or this grand society of people with all of this knowledge and gold and wealth and all of this, right? But you don't really have that. Right? These people are in charge and you're kind of tired of them being in charge. So then you and your little people go to the side, your little secret society, and you figure out how to get rid of them and you start to reset. And then now you and your people take over what they had, and then you start to populate certain areas, you know, incubator babies, things like that. And from there, you start to reinvent and rewrite history, you know, and you start to sell what was already here as new and create a whole new storyline. You know what I'm saying? Like you just stumbled across what was already here. And that's why things have digressed so much from then to now. You know, the minds of the people, the inventions that we make. I mean, we do have like phones, technology, things like that. But yet, that's like the only area in which we are advancing is just tech. Nowhere else are we advancing. So it kind of makes sense. I don't know. Like I said, these things confuse me.
Oh, nigga, I can't be doing all that walking. But look at this, man. In gold. Boy, that shit shining so hard. You know that's real gold. What the hell did that say up there?
Yahweh. Jehovah. Probably Jehovah.
That's gold too. Look at the clock. Why is my camera blurry?
Pay attention very closely, y'all. What is going on above us? This is in Dallas, Texas, March 15th, about 10 days ago. Sorry if some of these videos are kind of old. Like I said, I've been away. Oh, you see it up there? It's all type of stuff in the sky, y'all. I don't know what's really going on. Ain't no way. They out here building a Sphinx. That's what it looks like. It looks like they're trying to build a Sphinx. And then they're going to put it in the history books. It was already here.
ABC News has updated its story from yesterday, clarifying that the FBI report on Iran possibly striking California was unverified. Does Iran even have the ability to conduct such a strike?
Ultimately, I look at the reports on a daily basis of our interagencies all over it.
He wanted to say ultimately, yes, but he couldn't. He had to start going into some detail.
Partners across government are all over looking for indications and warnings, keeping the American people safe. There's a lot of things Iran has said it can do for a long time, thankfully, including engaging their proxies and getting them involved in the fight, which they haven't been able to do. So we're watching that very closely.
I think we're in a media war, to be honest. Like, just go outside, and does it feel like you're at war? Go talk to your neighbors, your coworkers, and does it actually feel like we're at war? It doesn't. But the moment you open up your phone and go onto some social media or whatever media you can get your hands onto, there's tons of them nowadays, you see war. So then you start to think, oh yeah, we're in war. And then you start to say, oh, we're winning the war. And it's just like, it's just like a media war. Can we convince these people? You know, that's why you have the president who's making memes. We're in a meme war. Not want to be at the top floor of that building.
Okay, so now meteors just falling in the damn lake.
Wait, what?
Loud. You can't make this up.
A meteor fell in the lake, huh? There's all type of meteors being in this. Look, here's another one. Ohio, Tel Aviv. This was in February. Yeah, future kids won't believe that. It is crazy to think we got drones up here now cleaning buildings. Man, times have changed, haven't they?
Florida man claims to have been kidnapped by dolphins and forced to build an underwater city. The man was found early Monday morning on the side of a beach in Lee County, soaking wet, dehydrated, and confused. When deputies arrived, he was drawing detailed diagrams in the sand. According to the man, a pod of dolphins took him while he was swimming and brought him to a place about 40 feet under the surface. He said they forced him to help build underwater structures. He told deputies the dolphins communicated with him using clicks. He said the group had a leader named Gerald who somehow helped him breathe underwater, possibly by creating an airspace. The man spent 3 days working on what he described as cities, towns, and condo-like structures. When the dolphins were satisfied with his work, they sent him back to the surface and told him they would return for phase 2.
Hey, dolphins got some sharp teeth, yo. I don't know if I want to swim with some dolphins. No, that's a fact. See, there's meteors in San Fran. All over the world, people are seeing these. And now this is even in Germany. This is like another one of those UFOs that we've seen recently, right? Or is that the same one? You know, I wish we can get a much detailed or more detailed picture. What is it, that, E.T.? Huh. Yo, are there people here? So this was in Ohio on 3/17. And then on 3/23, another one. And where's this one at? We seeing meteors everywhere, every other day. Are they actually meteors though? That's my question. And what's this?
That's interesting.
Bruh.
A little bit.
This in
Why would it
Texas.
be going down like that? They're still moving too. And that one's decelerating. Do you see that one? It just split into two. What's happening? What?
Loki and his people's here. Thanos then made it to the world. So what do you do when you see something like this? Like, do you just sit there and stare at it and record? Like, I low-key would be a little spooked. Like, what if it zapped me or something like that? I don't know. That's just my mind, I guess. I'd be like looking behind something. Like, yo, what if it sees me?
So you mean to tell me that NASA is just not paying attention to meteors anymore? Yesterday, a meteor slammed through a woman's house in Houston, Texas. Mind you, earlier this week, a meteor in Ohio, moving 45,000 miles an hour, weighing almost 17,000 pounds, caused a sonic boom heard in multiple different states. None of this seems hard to you? Look at this shit. Look at that right there.
I don't know what this is.
So NASA didn't know anything about this? Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Mind you, multiple meteors falling out the sky wasn't just reported in Houston and Ohio. It's been reported in multiple different states. They're saying that people saw a bright fireball explode in the sky in Texas. Mind you, this is another meteor that weighed about a ton. This is another meteor that was moving faster than we can imagine. They said this meteor was moving at 35,000 miles an hour. And I'm guessing that's slow too. This is what landed in that lady's home. We're going to look at that one more time. This is what landed in that lady's home. This is not as random as people think.
Another astrophysicist mysteriously disappears, and it happens right after classified information about UFOs and aliens being real was leaked by our president. There is a general named Neil McCaslin. He lived in Albuquerque, and it has now been almost multiple weeks since this astrophysicist, a general in the Air Force, has just vanished without a trace at 68 years old. And it happened right after Donald Trump decided to break the news, which we already knew, about aliens and UFOs. But what makes this so suspicious is the circumstances surrounding his disappearance and how the first thing the Air Force scrambled to say was that he absolutely did not have information about UFOs and classified special weapons development in the Air Force with this alien technology. Why would the Air Force, instead of addressing the circumstances of him going missing, jump to tell everyone he doesn't know anything about the mysterious aliens Donald Trump has been talking about? He also knows nothing about these classified weapons that we're telling you aren't real. Well, this astrophysicist was actually studying some very, very interesting stuff and had high-level clearance to UFO intelligence as it pertains to the Air Force because he was a specialized weapons development. Patterson Air Force Base in Dayton, Ohio, is the place that's rumored to have fragments of actual UFO crafts, weapons, and different information and technology that is explicitly high-level clearance of the Air Force. This is where this astrophysicist oversaw a large program where he was in specialist development of these weapons before he disappeared. This specific base that he worked at as an astrophysicist, what do you think they were rumored to have? Where did these UFO pieces come from? Oh, the Roswell, Mexico crash. Why would the Air Force, instead of addressing the circumstances of him going missing, jump to tell everyone he doesn't know anything about the mysterious aliens Donald Trump has been talking about? He also knows nothing about these classified weapons that we're telling you aren't real. Where is Mr. McCaslin? Where did Mr. General go?
Tonight, the urgent search after the mysterious disappearance of a retired major general who once commanded the Air Force Research Laboratory overseeing cutting-edge technology. Authorities say 68-year-old William McCaslin left his New Mexico home nearly 2 weeks ago and hasn't been seen since. Authorities say
the man's went to another dimension or something. He figured something out. That's why he's gone. Can't nobody find him.
McCaslin likely left on foot, leaving his cell phone behind. And they're concerned for his safety because of unspecified medical issues. Late today, authorities released this photo of McCaslin, saying he may have been wearing the same green shirt when he vanished. They say his hiking boots, wallet, and a revolver with a leather holster were also missing from the home. Over the weekend, search and rescue teams, along with the FBI, returned to trails McCaslin hiked near his home. They say a shirt was found there, but it's not clear whether it belonged to him. Before his retirement in 2013, Major General McCaslin held some of the most sensitive positions in the military, working on space research and reconnaissance, and he later worked briefly as an unpaid consultant for a group researching UFOs. McCaslin's wife says on social media she doubts his military background is related to his disappearance here. Police say so far there is no evidence of any foul play. They are asking for the public's help to try to find him. Trevor Ault, ABC News, Los Angeles.
What do you think happened with this guy? Do you think he got abducted by a UFO? Do you think that the government came for him and thought that he had too much knowledge? Maybe he found out some information that he shouldn't have figured out. Maybe he has skipped timelines and jumped to another dimension or something. Maybe he figured things out that we couldn't figure out. There are stories of people doing that. Time travelers, things like that. People with masks and just vanishing, leaving footprints, and then they just stop. It's like they just disappeared. So there's all type of situations and scenarios and stories of people vanishing and we don't know where they are. So let me know in the comments what you guys think. But yeah, these are some of the most creepy and strange TikToks that are out there. If you like the content, don't forget to subscribe, turn your notification bells on, and until next time, YouTube, peace.